Welcome to this 7-part series on the important work of peacemaking and cultivating a nonviolent heart. I'm excited to share with you what I'm learning in this challenging and urgent work. I'd like to begin with a universal yet deeply challenging truth, which the nonviolent Jesus not only taught but lived at all times straight through to his own violent death. Let's listen to these words in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 6 at verses 27 to 35. This teaching is called The Way to Treat Your Enemies. Let's ready ourselves to receive the Word of God. In Luke's Gospel, we hear Jesus say, "Hear me, you who are listening now. I am telling you to love your enemies. Do good to the ones who look down on you. Return blessing for cursing, and send up good prayers for the ones who give you trouble and pain. If someone slaps you on the side of your face, show the strength of your heart and offer the other side. In the same way, if a thief takes your coat, offer your shirt also. When someone in need asks, do not hold back. Do what you can to help. If someone takes what is yours, let them keep it." Here is another way to see what I am saying. Help others in the same way you would want them to help you. Where is the honor in only showing love to the ones who do the same for you? Instead, show love and respect to your enemies. Help them when they are in need, without asking them to repay you. This will show that you are children of the Holy One from above, who is kind and takes pity on the ones with bad hearts, even when they do not thank him for it. Jesus would not have taught and lived this nonviolent way if he didn't mean for us to live it too. He is teaching us. Jesus speaks a universal truth here that goes directly to the core of a universal brokenness, which is the violence that springs from the dualities that identify others as enemies. Who are these enemies? Who are my enemies? The question itself shows that I experience the world in dualities, me against them, my security versus the unknown, my privacy versus a stranger's needs, my political views against yours. So, why peacemaking? A brutalist quality has penetrated deep into contemporary society. Sadly, it's one of our fastest selling exports. I call it smash and grab brutalism, smash and grab politics, smash and grab economics. It's a violence that preys upon the vulnerable, indefensible nature of human and creational life. Like frogs in the pot of slowly heating water, we're so immersed in this brutalist culture that we don't notice how it's killing us. For those of us who have the means to make choices, this culture continues only with our cooperation. We can interrupt, weaken, and even end cycles of violence through our own non-violent non-cooperation. So, I'll be honest with you. Cultivating a non-violent heart in a brutalist world is real and worthy work. It's urgent and necessary work, and deeply challenging. The non-violent heart doesn't just happen. It requires a solemn and intentional commitment from the core of your being and a daily rededication to this recommitment. Because in the heat of the moment, memory runs thin. Every form of life itself is at stake in a violent and traumatized world. In this 7-part mini-course, I'll briefly share with you a few definitions, some lessons I'm learning, the courageous work of inclusion, not exclusion, and 4 repeatable steps that you can take when violence arrives. We'll look at the Beatitudes as a universal roadmap to peacemaking, a story of peacemaking in action, plus 2 challenges, and I'll share with you insights on why peacemaking matters, plus I'll give you a question to wrestle with. Next, in part 2, we'll launch with 4 helpful definitions. Be well, live in peace, love one another, and see you soon for part 2.